We had, we had thought we were going to be on the floor until dark, I think. So on the one hand, nice that we're not, but on the other hand, we are scheduled a little bit in flux here. So we had Michael Grady walk through the House Environment Committee's amendment to S-124 this morning. It was on notice. Now it was sent over to Ways and Means. In the meantime, we at some point need to weigh in on that amendment. And we haven't taken testimony. The question for the committee is whether you all feel like you would like to hear from anybody who might want to weigh in, or whether we want to come back tomorrow morning and have that. I know we're going to lose a couple people probably pretty soon. So I don't want to rush anything through, but I wanted to see, how people were feeling about it.
It is as it is. We're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna change it, and it's,
You're okay with what the environment, the changes?
they've always had, every state has always had the opportunity to be above the Clean Water Act. They could never be below it, and that's so be it.
But you had a hand up, Michelle.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't feel like the changes are that substantial. I don't feel like I need more testimony personally. I support the amendment as it is.
Okay. I will point out that the agency did send a letter. We all got it this morning. If you didn't have a chance to look at it, check your email. It's also on our committee page. So Heather, would you like to hear testimony?
No, I feel quite content.
Okay. John, who just left, I think several of us heard him say he was fine with it too. And
I heard him, yes.
okay. Greg is not, I think, hasn't joined the Zoom, has he?
No.
It wasn't, and may not have been, I guess he was here this morning for the conversation. He was zooming in for that, I think, yeah. So we don't have Greg. Okay, well then, maybe we should go ahead and do a straw poll. I mean, I guess we don't need to, I don't even think we need to do it formally, Jed. If we just want to have a show of hands, I mean, we just heard everybody go around the room. Those who are in favor of accepting the Environment Committee's amendment. Okay. All right, good. I think that then we can wrap up with that for the day, and that if the advocates have anything they want to share, they can write and submit written testimony too.
You don't want them to come tomorrow?
I don't think we do. Yeah. So
that was 6-0.
yeah, I think we can call John 7 and we can, yeah.
101.
And then we can ask Greg later, and he may feel that he doesn't know enough because he did hear the testimony. So we'll see what Greg says.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. Now, everybody heard, if you were on the floor, that we now have S-45. So we will put that up on the wall. It'll somehow come off the wall in judiciary. And tomorrow, depending on our schedule, I think we should try and have a meeting so we can move S-45. We may have some conversation before we do that, but my goal is before we all leave tomorrow that we have, a vote out of the committee so that can move forward.
And Chair, would that take place prior to 9:30 House or
later?
later?
No, I think that we're likely to have a break. Yes. If we just go straight through in the morning, then maybe we'll come up at lunchtime even.
127.
Yes, it's now been pushed into tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's where we are with that. Okay, good. Thanks, everybody.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
when we had the voice vote this morning at 45, I was going to say, I was going to be below no just to see her reaction.
Okay.
But then I got thinking, no, you might come up at me, so I.
That was, yes, it was all in favor, I think. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody was unanimous on moving.
On 124, after hearing council, take care.
See you later.
See you.
You vegetable in the rain?
Greenhouse.
Oh, good.
Yes. So we're covered.
Good.
is here. Bye.
Okay.
There's Greg.
Hearing him explain that the Secretary of Natural Resources, the agency has always had the opportunity to be above. Never below, but always could be above. And as you heard me say, when we were talking Title VI, and some other dairy farmers are listening to this right now, and they're gonna throw rocks at me, but we've been working with these standards forever.
Vermont's.
Title VI
agricultural standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So, Greg, are you Representative Burt? If you are on the call or not?
Yeah, I'm here.
We heard this morning from Michael Grady. He walked us through that amendment from House Environment. I'm not sure if you were there for all of that.
Yes, I was.
We've just taken a straw poll and if on whether to endorse that. I don't know if you heard that. I'm not sure when you jumped on.
I just barely jumped on, so I just saw your text that you were starting just now, so.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that we just took a straw poll. I think we've got 6 in favor, 7 in favor, yeah. And we're happy to hear your vote and recognizing that we haven't taken testimony. We did get some written testimony from the agencies. They're not in favor of it. And we haven't heard, I think we would hear from if the advocates were in that the water advocates that they were in favor of it. That's based on what I think they testified to in environment. So if you want to weigh in on a vote, and if not, that's fine. I know not being in the room can be difficult to follow along with the bill when Mike O'Grady went through it.
Yeah, I might I guess I don't know enough about you're talking about the Agency of Agriculture, that they're against the
Yes, both Agency of Ag and Natural Resources. They wrote a letter together and I think it got emailed to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I hadn't seen that yet. I guess I'll just abstain then from voting. Given that I don't feel like do have quite the information that I would like to be able to make a informed vote.
I think what we can do, Greg, if you have a chance to look at that, and when we're here tomorrow, we won't be on the floor with this tomorrow, so we can hold the vote. It's as a straw poll, and if you have another thought, you can let us know.
Okay, yeah, I'll read that letter then first.
We also have we now have S45 in our committee officially, the nuisance protection.
Okay.
And so tomorrow we're going to just have a conversation and depending on the floor schedule, I'm not sure when that conversation is going to be, but we're going to, we don't want it still to be in our committee at the end of the day tomorrow. I think we want to have voted it out tomorrow. So, and I don't think we need a lot of more conversation on that, but that's where we are at the moment.
Sounds good. Yeah, I plan to be there tomorrow, so.
Okay, well, we'll be on the floor at 9:30. Just keep an eye on texts. I don't think we're going to start any earlier, but if there's something where we have to be here very briefly, I may say before we go on the floor, just come up to the room and we can do something quickly.
We're gonna be here till
Sounds
dark.
good.
Yeah, I probably told Dr. Martin. Okay, anybody have anything else?
So 9:30 tomorrow.